You might be a massive Sims fan and play The Sims 4 all the time, but there are probably still a lot of like hidden secrets that you don't even realize exist. Today we're going to talk about hidden worlds in The Sims 4. There are actually 4 of them, 2 in the base game that you might have seen before, and a couple other ones that are kind of difficult to get to, and that might be why you've never seen them. Like, did you ever max the handiness skill? Do you find yourself often exploring the woods in Granite Falls? Have you been to space? I mean, these are all things that you probably don't touch very often, but there are some really cool secret spots in this game, so I want to show you them. But first, do you like my shirt? Do you want this shirt? You're a simmer. Wow, isn't this a cute shirt? You can get it from lilsimsieshop.com. We also have a hoodie and pins. I'm just saying. Anyway, I've got Stanley Humphrey here, and he is going to embark on a very long journey for us today. The first secret world is the easiest one to get to. You might have seen it before, but do you notice this tree is a little bit different than the other ones around? And when you hover over it, it gets a little outline? Yeah, let's go view this tree, perhaps. Maybe another time? Now I can water the tree. You know, Jeffrey, I know it's a world video, but 2 is not invited. You are not on the list. Anyway, you water it again. You kind of have to keep like repeating interactions with this tree until you can chat about roots, discuss nature, and then you see how it changes and it's open? Yeah, you can explore the tree. Oh my god, not the welcome wagon. Summer, please. Summer, I'm busy. Tree adventure. This trunk is a lot bigger than anticipated. It's dark, but somehow not scary. A faint glow is the only light, a rolling burble the only sound. I'm gonna follow the sound. Stanley delves a bit deeper and a bit darker. A soft splash tells him that he has just stepped into a shallow stream. Taking the path of least resistance and hoping that it doesn't terminate at a sewer main, Stanley is distracted by an ethereal mist glowing ominously. Let's enter the mist. Travel to the glade. Yes, please. I was scared that the welcome wagon was gonna try and cancel it, and it was gonna be like, oops, you can't go because there's a welcome wagon, but no, we're fine. And then you have arrived in Sylvan Glade. It's technically just one lot, and you can't build on it, but if you type bb.enable free build, and you go into build mode, this is the lot. As you can see, it's really small. But if you wanted to, you could build something here, which is kind of cool. And I think this world is beautiful. Like, I can't believe that it's a secret. You might not even know this exists. And they spent all this time and effort to make this amazing spot. I like to have my Sims get engaged here. I think it's kind of fun. When you come down here, you can fish. There's a rainbow. Listen to the sound effects of the water. I think you can possibly catch a couple fish, like rare fish here or something. I don't really fish in The Sims that much, so I'm not super familiar with the fishing skill, but I'm pretty sure you can. But like, look around at all of this. How amazing. And this is in the base game. Snapdragons. Ooh. I swear there's more collectibles than that. Oh yeah, there's like a little mushroom circle over here too. But yeah, there's not much to do over here. It's just the one empty lot, and it's like pretty much a fishing spot, but it's pretty. It's a good spot for screenshots. And like I said, I like to have my Sims get engaged here. Maybe look for some frogs. I don't know. Look at that. I made 10 simoleons. Ooh. But yeah, that's Sylvan Glade for you. The other base game secret world is in Oasis Springs, and this one's a bit more difficult to get into. So you have to go to the park to get to this one. And unfortunately, you can't just waltz up and walk right in like the tree. You actually need to have max handiness skill to get into this one. So when you get to the park, you gotta like scroll back this way. And do you see this entrance right here? This thing says break open, but you need to have a high handiness skill to get in. Now to solve this problem, Control-Shift-C, stats, dot, set, underscore, skill, underscore, level, space, major, underscore, handiness, 10 is the cheat. You can Google that and copy and paste it. Oh, it didn't work. Oh my god. All right, let's try that again. There we go. The cheat was right, I just didn't have cheats on. Now I can break open. Wow, Stanley, look at all your hard work finally paying off. And then they fully try to break in, and you can explore. Same thing, little pop-up comes up with some story. Stanley, ever the intrepid explorer, sets out to spelunk the cave. There are 2 pathways. The narrower of the 2 is a bit stalactite, but Stanley's stalag might fit if he squeezes. Take the narrow path. Oh, I was wrong. The dark winding fissure proves too difficult to navigate. Stanley quickly becomes stymied and frustrated. Okay. I'm embarrassed too, Stanley. I'm trying to make a video on how to use these and I did it wrong. Okay, take the wide path then. No need to try something dangerous. Stanley creeps down the main branch and spies through the dim remaining light a switchback headed gradually up and a rickety ladder headed down. Let's climb the ladder. Stanley carefully plunges into a black abyss, groping his way along splintery rungs. After a long descent, a faint azure light starts to fill the expanse below. He can step off into a dim mossy precipice or continue into the blue. Let's step into the ledge. We'll travel to the grotto. Yes, please. This is the Forgotten Grotto. It's also a small, like, one lot little secret world. You're basically just in the cave, but it's so beautiful. Like, look at this area. What the heck? Look! Like all the glowing and the fishing spots. I'm pretty sure you can catch another rare fish down here too. It might be the only spot you can get it, but again, I don't really fish in The Sims, so if you've got questions about that, you've come to the wrong place. But like all the bats and the glowing, this place is so cool. Also, interesting thing, there's a toilet here. You can use this. You can actually craft that toilet as well with the handsiness skill. If you max it on that woodworking table, you can make a toilet and that's it. But there's one right here, so if you come to fish all day, you got a spot to pee, no worries. And then this is the secret lot part right here. It's the same thing. If you type bb.enable free build, you can actually build on this lot. They're both only 15 by 10, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you can build here if you so desire. You want to live in a cave? Feel free. Also, there's a couple things growing. Like you can get potatoes down here, and there's obviously like stuff you can dig up, so you can come and get frogs and lilies apparently. I don't know, but if you're on the lookout for some collectibles, it looks like you can find plenty down here. Onions even? Who knew? These are the two base game worlds, but another one came with outdoor retreat, and you might not know about this one. So I'm gonna take a vacation really fast. Stanley, we're going camping. We're off to Granite Falls. I think I'll head to the campground, perhaps. So this one's a little bit harder to find. You kind of gotta hunt around for it, and to be honest with you, I don't remember where it is. So I have to do some looking. So you have to go to the national park to get there. It's not like where you stay. It's up here in the forest. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it's like opposite of the waterfall. So it might be over, aha! It is over here. Yes. Okay, so there's like a bramble patch way back in the corner. So do you see the waterfall that way? Just head opposite direction from the waterfall. Your Sim's gotta hike through the forest to get out here. But once you do, you will encounter this bramble patch. Let's go, Stanley. Look at him run. He's so cute. It's actually not that far away. You can even see it from where he loaded into the lot, but the trees are distracting. This Sim spawned right there. Okay. It's well camouflaged, to be honest. Surrounded by thicket, thorns, and danger, most assuredly, Stanley is left with only one decision. Step forward or retreat from adventure. Obviously, we step forward. As Stanley pushes through the foliage with intrepid courage, a bubbling brook emerges. Should Stanley stop to fish? No, we're on a mission, Stanley. Stanley marches through the brush in high spirits, swinging arms and singing songs when a shiny object catches the eye. Ah, temptation? What am I supposed to pick? No, on a mission, ignore. I hope that's the right answer. Stanley has navigated the nigh-foiling foliage to discover a sacred cove in the midst of the forest. A cove containing a mysterious Sim. Let's travel towards them. Send Stanley into the deep woods. Yes, please. So in Outdoor Retreat, if you have the pack, there's an aspiration, and one of the thingies in it is to like befriend the hermit. This is how you get to the hermit's house. They live out like in the middle of nowhere, and honestly, in my opinion, this section of the woods is one of the prettiest spots in The Sims 4. I swear, they keep making these amazing neighborhoods and then having them be secret, so you can't even get here. But like, look at that rainbow. It's actually a pretty big neighborhood too. Like, you can walk all around up here. All of Outdoor Retreat is like this. It's pretty big because you can like hike and stuff in the pack. But there's a fishing spot over here. And Elias Lance, who I believe is the hermit in our safe. But they're just fishing over here by the waterfall. There's another rainbow and another waterfall. I mean, look at the view. How cool is it here? I think Granite Falls is so pretty. I really like this world. There's actually a house on this lot where the hermit lives. And honestly, they've got a really nice setup. Like, look at this area they've got going on here. All the plants. It's a big house. Like, they're living the dream. And the views, like, imagine living out here. I'm kind of jealous. Yeah, part of the outdoor enthusiast aspiration, one of the things is to befriend the hermit of Granite Falls. So you have to get out here somehow. I swear, the aspirations used to be way more fun. They're too easy these days. All right. Our work here is done, but there is one last secret world I want to show you. I'm stuck. We gotta go home for this though, because the last secret world is significantly more difficult to get to. For this one, we're going into space. So you're gonna need to grab a rocket. Now, I'm gonna cheat this because I don't have the patience to level up Stanley in the rocket science skill, but if you were actually playing, you'd go through it like normal. I have maxed the rocket science skill. Oh, my voice, that's embarrassing. And I'm gonna build my rocket. So to do this, you have to build the rocket, max your rocket science skill, and then install a wormhole generator. So it's by far the hardest of these worlds to get to. One, because it's expensive, but two, it takes a long time. There's a bunch of fancy upgrades you can put on the rocket. You don't technically need any of them except for the wormhole generator, but you do have to build it first. Hang on. No sleep for you, Stanley. We got work to do. Oh, not a vampire. I'm trying to go to the alien world, Caleb. Oh, he ignored me. I guess that's good. All right, once the rocket is built, you're gonna want to upgrade, install the wormhole generator. Generates wormholes for traveling past known limits. And that's how you're gonna be able to go into Sixum. Yes, Sixum. That's Maxis spelled backwards. Yeah. Now, this world actually comes with Get to Work. The rocket ship is base game, but aliens and the alien world are from Get to Work. He has been up all night doing this, and I cheated to make it easier. Imagine if you didn't cheat, it would take you a very long time. I know from experience. I did this in my baby challenge. Now I'm not going to work. Oh, I'm going to space, not work. Oh my God, he's still going. I've cheated his needs so many times. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Stanley has finished installing the rocket upgrade. So then you can click on it and you can say travel through wormhole. You enter and you're off into space. Bye, Stanley. Have a good trip. The ship hurtles through the wormhole and emerges near an alien planet. A series of odd noises comes from the on-ship radio, and Stanley is suddenly teleported off his ship, beamed down. I like how they acknowledge that, you just teleport places in The Sims 4. And we have arrived in Sixum. Now, I think this world is one of the coolest things they have ever made. It's just so much, you know, it's so fun. I can't believe it's a secret. Like, I know for a fact a lot of you did not know this existed. I mean, a lot of you did. And you're like, yeah, I know, Kayla, it's cool. But a lot of you maybe don't have Get to Work. Or maybe you have Get to Work and didn't know you could come here, because how often do you max the rocket science skill, you know? But this is what it looks like. There's a bunch of collectibles here too. Like, you can come here and you can collect all these things. They look really weird, but they're actually like normal collectibles. I mean, well, this one's an alien, but you can get like the normal things. Okay, that's an unpolished geode. And they're actually special collectibles too from Get to Work. Like, this one's an alien and that one's a geode. So when you come collect them, you get an unpolished geode and then you can polish it to try and finish the collection. So it's a whole separate, there's 10 aliens and there's 6 different geodes. There's also oftentimes aliens wandering around up here. I don't see anybody right now. It's 2 in the afternoon. Where are all of you? Hello? Oh, here we go. Look, it's my besties. So you want an alien boyfriend called Trevor. Here's where you need to go. Look at this. I can't collect it because it's already been collected, but like, what is that? There's also some like weird alien plants too. Oh, of course he needs to pee. Stanley, you're in space. There's no toilets up here. But there's a bunch of cool stuff. I got some alabaster. See, that's just a regular thingy. But even they look special in space. Anyway, I think it's quite cool up here. And honestly, it's kind of big. And there's more to do in this one than there are in the other ones. Like, the other ones are pretty much just fishing spots. This one, you can actually get whole new collections. The trees aren't grown right now, but like this stuff is a tree that you can bring back and plant like at home. And then this is how you get back home. You can come through this portal thingy. You can actually get to this area through 2 different ways. One with the rocket ship, or by crafting this thingy in the scientist career. So if you have Get to Work and you play through the science career, you can get here that way too, but I chose space because it's more fun. Okay, bye, Stanley. And those, my friends, are the 4 secret worlds in The Sims 4. They haven't made one of those in a while. I think they probably realize that there's like no point putting the time and effort into making one of those if nobody's gonna even realize it exists. Like, Get to Work and Outdoor Retreat were the earliest packs for The Sims 4, and they haven't done one since. Probably because they realized that, you know, it's better to make a cool world people actually visit as opposed to make something that nobody ever sees. But it is always fun to have those little hidden secrets in The Sims. If you like this kind of video, I've got a couple that I've made, so I'll link other ones down below. I will also link this very cool t-shirt down below. That is lilsimsieshop.com, by the way. And if you have any other tips or tricks about The Sims that you want to tell people in the comments, feel free to share them. Spread your knowledge with us here, because there are a lot of things like this that people just don't even realize you can do. So this is the only way to learn. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Also, which one of those is your favorite secret world? I'm not a huge alien fan, but honestly, that alien world is pretty cool.